So again, I think this Explore God thing can really be an incredible thing. And it's going to be really great that our church on Sundays, starting September 11th, is going to go through the material, asking and answering these 7 basic questions. I think it's incredible that our community groups are going to go through asking and answering these 7 questions. But I'm also a little concerned about the people that may not come to our church on Sunday, and they may not come to your community group. What about those people? They're still asking the same questions that we're asking. Is there meaning? Is there a God? But they're not getting the answers that we have. And so there's a way for us to engage with them, because they may not come to our church yet, they may not come to our community groups yet, but they would go with you and a couple of other people to a coffee house, a restaurant, a pub, or somewhere else. There's something in Explore God for them.
Yeah, so think for a second about the people that you come in contact with in the places that you live, your neighbors, and the places that you work, your coworkers, and the places that you play. Who have you already had contact with, or who do you think that you could initiate contact with that probably, as Cliff said, don't feel comfortable walking through the doors of a church or even coming to a private community group gathering? We want to create something for them. So discussion groups that are separate from community group will be held in a local place. And what we need in order to pull that off is discussion group leaders. So what does it take to be a discussion group leader? Honestly, not very much. If you're a Christian and you are open to being led by the Holy Spirit and stepping out in faith, you're a discussion group leader. It's just a matter of whether you're going to choose to take that step and be obedient to the Lord in that. Really, as a discussion group leader, you are simply a facilitator. You show up and you're the one who's going to direct conversation. Don't hear me say that you're going to tell people what to believe. Hear me say you're going to open up a forum for people to discuss these questions in a safe place, in a place where they can be heard with what they actually believe, and in a place where you can then provide your perspective from your experience exploring these questions yourself. We want, as discussion group leaders, to take a posture of listening. We don't want to be another way that Christians just shove down what we believe to these people's throats. We want to provide a Christian perspective in a way that they can understand it and experience it in a really good way, in a safe way, and a way that they would want to come back the next week, and maybe even try out one of our community groups or our church. So there is some training for discussion group leaders. The goal of that is not, okay, you need to have this, and this in order to be equipped. What it is it's supposed to help you feel confident in what you already are able to do and where you're already at. And so if you're interested in that, I would love to hear from you. I'd love for you as community group leaders to think through if you guys would want to do that yourself, or if there's anyone in your group that you think would be interested in that. I think it would also be great if you just asked your group if anyone would be interested, because sometimes you might not be sure if somebody would want to do that, but God's already been stirring in their heart to move them towards that direction. So feel free to contact me. My email is zach.wilson@cru.org, and we'll have that below, but you can also call me or text me, whatever's easiest for you. Thanks, guys.